Now it is the time I think we have all been waiting for, where we can dive into this wonderful dish prepared by Chef Zanele and myself, while getting into some deep conversation with both Sophie and Zanele. Thank you so much, and bon appetit.
You're allowed, you're still young.
Look at that.
Yeah.
It looks amazing. It smells great. I'm going to rate the plate a 10 out of 10 already before even having it.
10 out of 10, indeed.
Now, you're both incredibly successful in your careers. I'll start with you, Zanele. What are you doing to empower the next generation of people stepping into your space?
I always say that it's important to stay true to yourself. You don't want to be something you're not or someone you're not. What worked for me, I stayed true to myself, and I always tell them that it's okay to be yourself, because once you try to be somebody else, people will think you're pretending. But also, it's no longer about us, it's now about our new generation. Now we have to make sure that we do things the right way so they can learn. I always make an example with my daughters that whatever I do, I have to try and inspire the young ones. And especially when it comes to chefs, I always tell them that when you choose food, you choose well, because food will never go out of fashion. Food is a lifestyle,
So
food is a love language, food is a universal language. So for me, food.
I love it because I can see the joy written on your face as you talk about it as well. And what about you, Sophie?
I'm a part of many industries, and the vision is that you must always pass on the baton, make sure you empower the young and make them feel comfortable about the space they're in, because once they see a senior actor, a senior director of any business, you intimidate them. And once you have an open door policy, come, let's chat what you want to learn, create opportunities where it allows. For instance, if you're in a television production and you're producing something, be open to bringing in people who don't know anything but have the passion and couldn't study, because that's how I learned everything in the industry. Somebody opened that door for me. I came in full force from being just a model. Suddenly I was doing that, from just cooking at home, suddenly running a catering business, and I'm the head chef. So it's like you have to, first of all, have a passion. Don't just copy because it looks interesting. Do you have that passion?
That is so beautiful. Another amazing thing is that for us to be able to do well, we normally have people that we look up to. Who were some of your role models in those early stages of your career, and maybe even that you keep with you today?
In modeling, I used to look at Naomi Campbell and I think, oh, she's got that skin that I have. I don't have a height, but who cares? Nobody's gonna see. And then there's Joan Collins, who was the ultimate actress, who walked into a room and took over the room. And that's kind of like one of the characters I played on television, Queen. I kind of, when I had to benchmark and say, who do I want a queen to be like? I said, Joan Collins, and I went after it. Yes, Joan is not comical, like in Dynasty and Dallas, but she's that woman that just commanded attention in anything that she did, whether it's a joke, whether it's serious, whether it's a boardroom, she just commanded attention.
Absolutely. Yeah. And same thing to you, Zanele. Any role models you have today or that you had when you began your career?
Jamie Oliver is my guy. I love his style of cooking. I love how he can just take anything in his garden and make something out of it. I like how he is so friendly, and it feels like you are part of this.
You know him.
Yes, it feels like he makes you welcome. I love him. I like his cooking style. I like his techniques. I learned a lot from him. He's still my inspiration, and he's still my role model.
Yes. And the amazing things about our careers is that we never really take a moment to focus on me, how you're feeling in the now. How important do you think it is for somebody to believe in the self-love and it coming first?
It might look like you are being selfish, but being a mother, being a wife, being a business person, you also have to be selfish. I give myself time. Every morning I drop my daughter at school, go to gym, take an hour at the gym. I only have myself and nobody else. And this is not a rehearsal, it's a real life. I have to live it to the fullest and enjoy it. I'm very selfish when it comes to my time.
I love it's not a rehearsal.
No,
this is real
it's a
life.
rehearsal.
Yeah, really. Yes, Sophie, same thing to you as well. How important is that self-love of putting yourself first?
Oh, self-love. Once you love yourself, you learn how to fight for yourself in every area of your life. And I think my life journey taught me so much, things I was not even ready for, things that I was not prepared for. And you know, like when you put in that corner to say, it's either you go or you stay, what are you choosing? And you have to choose now. So I had like that 5-second choice. And I said, I'm choosing me. And what do I do when I choose me? I shut out the noise. And when you see things are not going well, you need to be able to press the reset button. Be alone in your own closet, whether it's gym, whether it's breakfast, going into that beautiful bubble bath. I mean, people are like bubble baths, and I'm like, yes, I take everything into my bubble bath. I'll take my glass, I'll take my, if it's a cheese or a fruit, I'll take it there, you know, or a little book to read. I'll make sure that the water is at that temperature where I know I can stay at least 15 minutes just lying in the water. And then it's also my time to connect with God. Because it's when he speaks ideas to me. Because when there's the noise, how do you hear that voice? How do you connect with yourself? How do you connect with the higher power? For me, the higher power is Christ himself, Holy Spirit within me. So how do I hear that message that says, Sophie, restructure? Do this differently. And just creating me time. People lack me time. Weekends are now for friends. They are no longer for yourself. Why?
Why, Ngembele? Why? So for your fans, your followers, or your community, what words of encouragement do you have to step into their light and to be bold about it?
I'll just steal what Sophie just said. Ukuthi uzithole wena as a person. Mawuzazi ukuthi ubani uyaphi. That's the only thing you need.
You have to prioritize yourself. I always say life is such an emergency now. And I think I say it because I've lived this emergency. You know what I mean? It's that thing of saying, where do I see myself? Am I living a purpose-filled life? What is my purpose? Like, a lot of young people don't ask themselves questions. What is my purpose? What am I here for? What am I here to achieve? And even if this fails, I'm ready to pick up the other, because then they go into frustration and they go into depression. Even older people like myself, you go into depression because you think, oh, I've lost everything. So learn to press the restart button confidently, knowing that it's safe, it's your space, it's your life. Nobody's gonna tell you when and how many times to press that reset button. Yeah.
I love it. The wisdom that I'm getting from this conversation. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me today. You've been absolutely exceptional.
Thank you so much for having us.
And thank you all so much at home for joining us. And remember, you can catch us every Tuesday evening at 6 on S3 with repeats on Sunday mornings at 8:30. But for now, Mzansi, good night. See you again next time.